Hello everybody, this is Dr. Kevin Novak, and I'm going to talk about a product called Acro F. Now, it's a product you probably haven't ever seen or maybe even heard of, but here's a high resolution video of my tank. You can see a little cloudiness in there. Lights are very bright, but you can see it on top. At the bottom you don't, not where the light is a little dimmer, but on top you can see that cloudiness. Okay, this is very common with planted aquariums or cichlid aquariums where you have a high bioload. And what I mean by high bioload like this, one of the hobbyists asked me, like, when have I cleaned my substrate? Well, I haven't cleaned my substrate in 14 to 15 months. And with planted aquariums, that's not uncommon to do that, not clean it for quite a while. Now, in this high resolution video, you can see the tank is clear. And this is after about a couple hours after adding Acro to the aquarium. Now, what happens, there's going to be a lot of reasons why a tank can get a little cloudy. You may not notice it, but you want that pristine, crystal clear water. And you probably heard of people saying my water's crystal clear, but they use specialty products out there, which are expensive. I know ChemiPure is one of them. There's a few others out there that you can use, but they come in little pouches or whatever. And if you're a hobbyist like myself, you don't want to get on a diet of these very expensive products. I use a less expensive carbon than some of the more expensive carbons. And this is it. It's the product that's been around, believe it or not, it's been around for over 40 years. And I got this at Petco. It's like $5 a bottle. It's cheap enough, okay? And it does kind of make your aquarium look polished, like you have added a very expensive carbon like ChemiPure. And here is a pre-filter. It was brand new, and this is after running it for about 3 hours. Yep, that's 3 hours. And look how dirty that got in just that amount of time. So whatever it's doing, it must be clinging on or picking up particular matter, because they claim on the bottle that within an hour or more the water should clear, and you can add more of it. It says 2 drops a gallon, but I would add half that amount. Okay, I would only add 1 drop per gallon to start out with to see how it is, and wait an hour or two and see how your tank appears. Does it appear crystal clear? Does it appear, to have that polished look to it, almost like you're using a diatom filter? Okay, that's all I can say. If you've ever used a diatom filter on your aquarium and let it run for a few hours, you get that real polished, crystal clear look. Well, that's what basically this kind of does. But I just know through experience, less is more of this product, cause like all products that you can put in your tank, sometimes they can cause havoc, or they could cause any kind of algae problems or something that you really don't want to get into. So it's best to use products like this with a little bit of caution. So instead of the 2 drops, use 1 drop. And it's great for your planted aquariums because we all understand sometimes you can't do the maintenance on planted aquariums as far as the cleaning of your substrates and things like that. And because my particular aquarium, I cannot get into the substrate, it's 3-4 inches deep. That's pretty deep. And so once in a while, you can add a product like this to polish up your water. And it does work. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. It does work. I keep it on hand. Not that I use it a lot. I don't use it a lot because usually my aquarium stays pretty good. Clean and crystal clear and clean. But once in a while, you're going to notice and you'll be saying to yourself, oh, what's happening here? Well, without doing a diatom filter or something, you're not going to get it. So I would highly recommend if you're using a canister filter and you use this product, it may clog it up. Okay, a little faster than what you want. I guess it depends on the canister filter, how old it is between cleanings. But you may notice, like as you see here, it may get dirtier a little faster, or it may start clogging up faster than what you thought it should be, because that's pretty dirty after just a few hours. And it shouldn't be that way. But that haziness is something that's not uncommon. And of course, we all want crystal clear water. And another thing you get the haziness too is you're adding iron, right? You have a plant aquarium, you're adding iron to your tank. And I add iron to my tank. You've seen my videos and stuff. I don't make any qualms about it. This is what I do. I add it to my aquarium, the same as everybody else does. That could make your water not quite polished look. And it's just something that you may want to use if you can get a hold of it. I'm sure you can find it on the internet if you don't have an aquarium store that does sell this particular product. But use it at half the dosage if you decide to get it. If you have a cichlid tank, sometimes cichlid tanks also get cloudy, trust me, because you have just so many fish. And then if you're not into using the expensive products, try this product. I mean, it's only $5. If it doesn't work, big deal. You spent $5. It's not like it's 15, 20, 30 bucks for this little bottle. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, there is something else I wanted to bring up. Some people have been asking about the discus, that, it should be a lot bigger and all. Well, the discus is competing with very aggressive angels. And I noticed the angels, once the food gets in there, they attack the food, just feverishly compared to what this discus here can attack the food. I've literally seen them pull food out of the discus mouth, like if I feed it beef or something. They just, even though I try to feed them heavily, I feed my fish once a day very heavily. I think I told you that in other videos. This guy, I feel sorry for it because it just has to compete with very aggressive eaters. And I know it needs to eat more, but I can only feed once a day. But it's very healthy. And okay, it doesn't have the size. Well, I'm not worried about the size. I'm worried about the health of the fish. It could be genetically, it's not growing. It could be a runt of the, of the litter of the discus. But that's okay. As long as it's healthy. It's living in 80-degree water. I actually knocked the temperature down 5 degrees. And it seems to love it without getting disease or anything else. And everybody knows I only do a little partial water change once a month. I use the anoxic filter with the biocenosis clarification baskets. So this guy is really doing very well. But yes, he should be growing better, but I think the once-a-day feedings aren't helping him. And that is my fault. Also, before I close this, a lot of people ask me to do a video on the pond. I will be getting to that. You'll be surprised. I have some very big fish in my pond that grew up in the pond. I have 12 koi, some of them ranging at least 25, 26 inches that grew up in the pond. It's a small pond of 1,250 gallons. And it uses a anoxic filtration system that is 30 years old. And it still has the biocenosis clarification baskets that I started out with 30 years ago. The baskets that have plants in them, of course, had to have taken out, and the plants had to be retransplanted. But some of the baskets that have no plants have never been touched in 30 years. Now, how many other people can make a claim to anything that you use that after 30 years, it won't be clogged up? I'm talking about sintered material. I'm talking about all these people make the claims over these very expensive materials, sponges. It's not going to happen. If you don't take it out and clean it, like I explained in some of my videos, or something like that, or use bleach, it's going to clog up. No filter will last 30 years like the anoxic filter will. So I will be doing a video. I will be explaining. I will show you the whole thing, how the pond is set up. It's very easy. People have actually used this application for their fish rooms, believe it or not, with delicate fish. When they have very delicate fish, they run a big anoxic filter and run it through their huge tanks for some of their big catfish, fish that do get big like pacus and stuff like that. They actually use an anoxic filter and have changed over to that because of the fact it just works better. And you'll be able to see now with very large koi that are very heavy eaters how well the filtration system works. But that won't be coming out until, of course, the weather's got a break. And then I will be doing videos for you on that. Okay, until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. Try the product out. It's only $5. If it doesn't work, you haven't lost any money. Until next time, this is Dr. Kevin Novak. Thank you for watching.